Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about windows. Not only physical windows, but spiritual and mental and timing windows that come up. Now, as you go through life, I've gotten part way through here, and I've already noticed something that nobody told me about, and that was the power of windows, i.e., the power of perfect timing. And at certain times in your life, things will align, that opportunities will come up that you may never see again. And usually, if it happens, especially when you're younger, you just assume, oh, well, this will come up again. I've got 100 years on the planet. I'll run into XYZ again. I'll run into a person like this again. I'll run into an opportunity like this again. I'll get to make $1 million doing this particular thing again. But the truth is, in life, that very often things don't come up again. It's kind of like that maze that you start out with in the cornfields that they do, where you start out next to your friend, and within a second of walking, you're on opposite ends, and you never do run into that friend again, even though you started out together. And I just wanted to talk about this because when you recognize a window, there's always a lot of power around the window, and usually there's a lot of choices around the window that you have to make. Do I go through the window or not? Do I take this position or not? Do I move ahead and commit to this person or not? Do I move to this town or not? Do I get out of this country or not? So many different situations that'll come up around a window, and you'll have to choose. And in general, whenever you have to choose one thing, often that means not choosing another, or letting something go, or evolving from where you're at. What I'm trying to talk about is the all-important and ever fear-encompassing change. For some reason, us as humans have a very difficult time adjusting to change or dealing with change, which is why we often stay in situations that aren't making us blissful. So I want to talk about windows. Here's another window that's an example for you. When Jefferson was trying to buy what became the Louisiana Purchase, the Congress wasn't quite behind him on it. He got word from France that Napoleon was about to change his mind. So Jefferson said, I can't afford to lose this window, and he bought the Louisiana Purchase without congressional consent. So I guess even back in our forefathers' time, they were breaking the Constitution. I don't know. But either way, looking back, it was a good move. And if he hadn't acted in that window, Napoleon may have changed his mind. Lyndon B. Johnson talked about the same thing. And when he was trying to pass some of his most important laws having to do with helping the impoverished, he said to his group, I only have a 100-day window left where I have a lot of power, and we need to get these things passed then. So sometimes you'll recognize a window, and other times you won't. Like when I was very young, I got pulled out of high school and given a huge rock star-like modeling deal set up in New York, East 57th Park Avenue kind of area. $1 million career set out ahead of me, right? But I hated it. It was disgusting. It was sleazy. It was everything that my spirit could not stand. And I had a full scholarship to college. So even though it looked like I had a huge supermodeling career ahead of me with the biggest agency and all set up to go, I walked away from it. And I thought to myself, oh, doesn't matter, just follow your spirit, which of course is the right thing to do, and no regrets. But that particular window never did come up again, the $1 million window. Well, not yet. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. If you don't count Doomsday Preppers, which I turned down. No, I'm only kidding. But in long story short, I just want to say I also had a friend that had a big musical career, that she had a chance at 18. She wasn't ready. And she said, it's okay, I'll wait, I'll do it later. And I tried to talk to her about the windows that come up, especially star windows early on, with women, especially in their teens. And she said, oh, I'll just have to wait. And you know what? That window never did come up again. So don't lose your window, folks.